of how to test your tap water for its minerals and TDS. So I just did a water change on the 10 gallon right here, and here's the bucket. It's a 5 gallon bucket, and I have not put any dechlorinator in it yet. I use the API Stress Coat Plus, but I have not put any dechlorinator in the bucket yet. I have a 4.5 cup, so I'm only going to put like 2 cups of water in it. How about 2.5? Okay. So here I am going to test TDS from my tap water. This is a TDS 3 meter, and you turn it on and you get zeros. So I'm going to tap it in here, and I'm going to let it stabilize. Right now it's at 107. Okay, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to test the temperature. I'm going to see what the temperature is. This is Celsius, it's 26. So Fahrenheit, it's at 80 degrees. I did add some warm water to the tap. I didn't have to, but I did. Okay, so that's my TDS. Now I've got the API Master Test Kit here that I use. Freshwater Master Test Kit. And I'm going to uncap all of these because I'm going to test for ammonia, and I'm going to test for pH, and I'm going to test for nitrites, and I might test, if it shows up any ammonia, I might test for nitrites. So I usually have a syringe for this, but I'm going to try my hardest to get the right amount of water. Okay, that's almost to the line. So there's one tube. Let's just fill them all up and pour out the excess. Too much, but you want to try to get it up to the line, and that's good enough. So I used to have this down to a science, but I don't anymore. But this is how we test. If anybody just logged on, this is how we test our tap water of its minerals and pH and everything before we add any conditioners. No dechlorinator has been added, and I'm going to test my pH first. And here is the pH solution that has not expired yet. It will expire in December of this year. Yes, I give it a little shake, and it says to add three drops, and I'm gonna have to get some help here. Okay. You're supposed to be able to hold this thumb release and unscrew the lid. So, and you want to turn it vertically, and I'm going to put it in this one here. 1, 2, 3, okay, and then you want to recap it and they are set up where you can do it just one-handed. And with this test, you put the drops in, and then you hold the dropper bottle upside down, and then you cap the test tube. You invert it several times to mix the solution. So I put it in the first one, right? And I'm going to invert it a couple times, and then I'm going to read the test results and compare it to the chart on the back. This is the pH column right here, and it says that my pH is 7.6. So that is very good tap water, okay? So that's the pH. Okay, I'm going to pause. So now I'm going to test for ammonia. It calls for 2 bottles. There's a bottle 1 and a bottle number 2. We're going to put 8 drops of solution number 1 in the test tube. Then we're going to put 8 drops of solution number 2 in the test tube. We're going to cap it, and then we're going to wait 5 minutes. Okay, so let's put it in this one. 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And yes, I do give it a little squeeze. Same test tube. 8 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's bottle number 2. I'm going to cap this test tube. I'm going to invert it a couple times. Okay. And I'm going to wait 5 minutes on the clock. It's great. It's on 1, so when it gets to number 2 with the big arm, I will read the results. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm looking to see if there's any ammonia in my water. Okay, that's testing ammonia. Like I said, if I come up having any ammonia, then I'm going to test for nitrites. But right now I'm getting ready to do the test for the nitrates. This one is where a lot of people get confused. It does require 2 bottles. Bottle number 1, we're going to put 10 drops of this solution in a test tube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Now the next bottle is bottle number 2, and it requires us to shake it for 30 seconds. So let's look at the clock. The second hand. 1, okay, 30 seconds. So when the second hand is on the 12, we'll quit shaking solution number 2. Sorry for the glare, but I can see it. Okay, now we're going to stop. I'm going to open up the bottle. We're going to add 10 drops of solution number 2 in, and we're going to cap the test tube and shake it vigorously for 1 minute. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? We're going to cap this test tube right here, and we're going to shake it vigorously for 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to start right now. It was 10 seconds before, so it's almost time to read the ammonia test tube. So when we reach 10 seconds before, 10 after, I'll quit shaking. Yes, I'm shaking it. And we've got like 20 more seconds. And then we're going to wait 5 minutes to read the results for these nitrates. So here we are. It's on 8, it's on 9, and it's on 10. I'm still shaking, and I'm going to stop shaking, and I'm going to set it down, and then I'm going to pick up my ammonia tube and read the results for ammonia, because it's time to read the ammonia. So here's my test tube, and here's the results. Whoops, sorry. I would say I have 0.25 ppm of ammonia. It's not quite, it's like in between 0 and in between 0.25. I guess I need to cap that one, don't I? So that's the results of ammonia. I do have a trace of ammonia in my tap water. We've tested pH. We have 7.6 pH in my tap water. We've tested the ammonia, and it's in between 0 and 0.25 ppm of ammonia. So we will be testing for nitrites. And right now we're waiting for the results. We have about 3 more minutes on the nitrates. So maybe I can get ready for the nitrite test. Okay, now we're getting ready to test for nitrites, because we had a trace of ammonia in our tap water. It says to add 5 drops to the test solution, cap the tube, shake it for 5 seconds, and wait 5 minutes. Here's the remaining test tube. 5 drops of the nitrite. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to cap this test tube. We're going to shake it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to wait 5 minutes, so it will be one marker before the 4. So we have about a minute on the nitrate. Okay, and if I can remember, I think this one is the nitrate. We have 1 more minute. Okay, it's time to look at the results for the nitrates. We have the test tube right here, and it is yellow in color. So we're going over to the nitrate results, and anything that's yellow is a 0, but it's a little darker than yellow, but not quite 5. So in my tap water, I would say I have 2.5 ppm of nitrates, which is just a trace of nitrates in my tap water. So there you go, there's the results. We're waiting 4 more minutes on the nitrite results. Nitrite. We have no nitrites. So the trace of ammonia could be a false positive, because the ammonia was, like I said, in between the 0 and the 2.5. So that could be a false positive. Our pH was 7.6. We didn't have a high, I didn't test the high range. The ammonia was a trace, no nitrites, sorry. The ammonia was a trace, no nitrites, and no nitrates. That's my tap water. And to review, the TDS was between 105 and 107. So now I'm going to add some dechlorinator and see what happens. Okay, I added some API Stress Coat Plus dechlorinated to the water, stirred it up, and I dipped out some more. So I'm going to just test the TDS this time. And it brought the TDS up to 134 or 133. 133 from 107. So it added a little bit of TDS to the water. Not much. I hope that you enjoyed my short little video of how to test your minerals and elements within your tap water. But I hope you enjoyed it. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics.